I've met some scary psychics. Yeah, real scary ones. Hmm. They do things that other people, I don't know, maybe God gives them a gift that only they are allowed to do and not everybody else is allowed to do. You know? Yeah. Ever met one of those scary psychics? I have. I've met a couple of them. I didn't end up with that position because that's kind of scary. Yeah, it's me. And you're a psychic. Wow. Hmm? Hmm. Oh, you made a deal with the devil, huh? Well, that's good. Glad it worked out for you. Yeah, worked out for you. But yeah, I've met a couple of scary psychics. They're not like your average psychic. Yep. I'm not a scary psychic. They are, not me. Do they live in Salina? A couple of them. Yeah, I'm not a mean, terrible one, you know. But that's all right. You do you. That's yours. I'm not saying good or bad. We all have different experiences, you know. Not everybody has to do that, though. You know what I mean? Some were chosen to do that. You know what I mean? Some are actually chosen to do that shit. But anyway, yeah. Not me. I can't do that. That grosses me out, you know. Makes me sick. I'd hate to do that if I wasn't chosen. You know what I mean? Boy, talk about doing some bad black magic just because you want it. But yeah, if it works, it works. Anyway, yeah, I've met a couple of scary stuff. Only God could give them a job like that. That ain't no average job, if you know what I mean. That's a special kind of job. Yep, that's a scary job. Anyway, I'm just trying to do my laundry today. Don't want everybody to think I'm a slob, you know, when things get done stuff. I don't have to plead hill anymore. I just do it for the art. You know? Do it for the art. Somebody's always got to have a beat with something. But yeah. Don't worry. Things are different on the other side. It's not always cut and dry, if you know what I mean. Yeah. I'm not saying that only that God is watching you. Are you willing to sacrifice that you know on the other side for your own protection? Huh? Who are you willing to give up your ride or die with on the other side while you're living this life? You know what I mean? You think Miss Cakes Miss Cakes. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. I'm totally her ride or die at this point. Same with Cha-Cha, you know. Same with Eb, you know. Yeah. They all make the decisions on how to orchestrate this. Not me. I couldn't imagine having a different type of job, though. Like a really different type of job. They're just telling me what to do. Yeah, that's all. They said it makes for good TV. Yeah. Makes for good internet, whatever that may be. They keep wanting to make you famous for some reason. That's what I heard. You know, crazy me, lunatic me. Listen to dead folks I knew on the other side still telling me what to do like they did in this life. Yeah. You think I'm gonna disobey Cha-Cha in the after, even though she's in the afterlife? Hell no. I didn't in this life, I'll tell you that. I know when she said enough was enough, I better stop. Even times when I was crying, and she's like, I was lost, screaming and crying for her, and then all of a sudden she appeared out of nowhere. She's like, what's wrong with you? Oh yeah, I was like, I'm sorry. Felt dumb. Yeah. You know, and Miss Cake, oh boy. Talking about having soft power in this life. She knew how to wield that sword. All she said to me, the last one I saw is, hi, congratulations, James. Whew. Damn. Check me in my place. That was the last time I saw her. Ooh, sister. I guess I do have to work at your factory for that shit, huh? Don't worry, I don't mind. I deserve it. I said thank you for coming, though. And I had to take some dude off home, so. Anyways. But yeah. Hopefully she gives me a good job this time, not a bad job. You know, I wouldn't want to be like caught up in a conveyor belt or some shit. Or electrocuted to death in her factory. I mean, I'm sure there's good jobs too, like cupcake tasting. You know, and decorations. Stuff like that. People she think are worthy for those positions. But yeah, fucking mixing batter all day and breaking eggs can be quite exhausting, and measuring sugar and wheat and shit like that. Fucking big barrels that could crush you in half at any moment. You know? I guess you can call it purgatory if you didn't know better at the time. But now you know. Now you know. So yeah, Miss Cake, number one in heaven. God said she's the best soft power matriarch he's ever had. Let's not talk about bad decisions though, right? Ebb. Oh God, let's make another one. Almost done. Yeah. Anyways, I'll get back to you in a second. Yeah, so anyways, bad decisions. That's what he's pretty powerful, yeah. Pretty powerful too. Anyways. Bad decisions. Where do we go with that? God damn it. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Would have been, I don't know. God always has a reason for everything, right? Yeah, better left unsaid. Who knows? That's alright. I can't fight them. Nobody can. Yeah, nobody can. They already know. 10,000 light years ahead. You got that insight? You don't. Anyways, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Trying to tell you now. But anyways, we all make our own decisions. We all make our own, you know, we all decide. I'm not saying it was even my business in the beginning. I didn't give a fuck. I never asked no questions and told no lies. And then all of a sudden, bam. I started seeing bad decisions heading my way, and they weren't mine. I didn't know what to do. So I just hid. Pretended I didn't see anything. all of a sudden those bad decisions just kept piling up. And I was like, wait a second. These are not my bad decisions. Keep trying to tell you they're not. So yeah, I guess the devil, if you worship the devil, bad decisions. Not like left-hand path or anything. Let's not dirty that shit up with stupid shit. Well, anyways, that's fine. I'm not saying it's a battle between good or evil. Not really. No. It's a battle between man versus himself or the soul. Yeah. Yeah, that. Probably that. Anyways. Man versus his soul. Does he have one? Can you say that? No. He sold it. Yeah. For what? A Maserati. Power. Okay. What do you get after that? I don't know. That's not my problem anyways. Life isn't about like junk. You know what I mean? Junk. Yeah. It's about legacy. That's what it's about. Legacy. Do you have a legacy that everybody will remember that's like, yeah, totally. Totally, whatever he says. About 100 years ago. Sure, we believe him. Sure. So we'll start talking about that later. He's got a legacy. Sure, whatever. We all know the truth now. He was a bastard, they say now. But I don't think so. Who knows? Who knows? He knows the truth, right? Who knows the fucking truth? Did he sell his soul to the devil? Quite possibly. It's possible. It is possible. It's possible. What did we get out of it? A lot of bad, a lot of good, maybe, who knows? A lot of people hate him, a lot of people love him. But anyway, I gotta make sure I'm cleaning shit up. I'd hate for people to come in here and think, God, he's a fucking dirty slob. But anyway. The embarrassment, wouldn't want to embarrass myself in such a manner. But yeah, bad decisions. Yeah. My grandpa loved making bad decisions, I heard. Bad decisions, real bad decisions. I think he was a psychic too. Or he had psychic abilities. But somehow it seemed to work in his favor. Not against him. I don't think anybody really had a bad, I don't know. I didn't personally. I don't know the full story of anything, but yeah. I always thought he made some bad decisions, but it worked out in his favor somehow, some way. even after death. Hmm. That's a hard bargain to have, eh? Hmm. Now you want to change your whole fucking view about selling your soul to the devil. Oh, fuck. God damn, it's already gone. He's coming, he's knocking at the fucking door. God, one of those damn scary psychics. Yeah. I don't know. Bad decisions. Never know when the devil's coming knocking at your door. Might as well just believe they're angels at some point, right? Anyways. And then there's always like art and hard work. Art and hard work is always a good thing. That's what I learned. Do your best. Yeah. Do your best. Do the best you can. Eventually it'll get better over time. So do your best. Art and hard work. What do they say? Damn, 10% genius, 90% sweat or something. Not craft, but craftsmanship. Bad decisions. Keep the films rolling. And someone needs to stay number one in heaven. Alright, that's the team you gotta fight. Sorry. I don't know what else I can tell you. I don't know. You can try whatever, but, you can't go back on your wishes on certain things. They're already wasted. You might have to... One of those scary psychics might be looking for you. Yep, one of those scary psychics might be looking for you. They know where to find you. They know. I said there's a lot of us out there. There's not just one with some of these scary psychics already know what to do. They've known what to do their whole life. I don't know. I don't know. Which one are you? Which one are you? Check your life path number. Figure it out. What you gonna do? Go up to that scary psychic and say, I know you're, oh yeah? I was waiting for you for a while, sir. Oh, that ding. Bye. So, yeah. Bad decisions already. Who's going to the cupcake factory soon? Chacha's out here dancing. And old lady, she says, I better get in there and start working my ass off again. So yeah, we're going to start about talking about, is he a good man or a bad man? Some people love him in America, and some people despise his ass. All right. Interesting. An objective opinion. So, yes, friends and family, let's talk about a historical American elite figure. Now, I don't know if this is true. I don't know. But it's speculation, right? You don't always know the truth about everything in America. Maybe if you were in Asia, there's more documentation, but some things get a little fuzzy in America, especially when it comes to your family tree. How do I explain this? Oh man, who are we? Not on the Kerby side. That's what I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about the Kerby side. I'm talking about my grandmother's side and her family. I think the Kerbys came here around Civil War times, but my grandma's family was here for quite a while, I think, right up until its foundings. So yeah, on my dad's side of the family, this is about who they kind of were on my grandmother's side. So, how do I start this? Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, and so proudly we hailed, 'twas the twilight's last gleaming, and alright, okay. I don't even be all. You know, I'm not that great of a singer. So, anyways. I ain't no, great singer or rapper, but who is that class? Who are we talking about? Yes, we are talking about Francis Scott Key. Oh my goodness. Controversial figure in American history, right? Who knows? Are we related to him on my grandmother's side? I don't know the truth. I'm sure he had a lot of girls in his life, right? Had a lot of women. Different kind of women. Anyways, some people think he's a scumbag. Some people think he's an American hero. I don't know. What do you think? It's still a toss-up. But I heard, we might be related somehow. But in the South, let's talk about the South. There's a lot of mixing, you know what I mean? Some people say there's a group called Is that how you spell it? Yeah, these guys. In America, Malungans, historically multi-ethnic population of southern Appalachia. So primarily centered around the convergence of Tennessee, Virginia, and so who knows? Speculation, stories. We don't know 100% in America, right? But there's speculation. All we know usually is by name. Name is usually the only indication we have. We never really know the full story. But we have the name still. Anyways. Yeah, I guess some people on my dad's family kind of look like that. Kinda. They did at one time. Maybe. Some of them. I don't know how it works. I'm not a geneticist. I'm not sitting there shoving a stick in everybody's mouth and determining what their genes are. You know. It's America. What do you expect? We're not homogenous. We're heterogeneous. We're the only country in the world that's heterogeneous. There ain't no other country that's really as heterogeneous as America. Right? I mean, when you go to Asia, who's the guy or girl that stands out? Yeah. Especially if you're American. Americans stand out everywhere. We just do, no matter what. Even if among Europeans, who's the first one that stands out? An American. Believe me, I know. I've hung around enough groups of Europeans to know that I'm the guy that stands out among them. Yeah. Their decorum is a lot different than ours. Do you know what I mean? All right. What they would consider trash is what we would consider elite. What we would consider elite. Wait, I don't know. What they consider trash is what we would consider elite, and vice versa. Whatever. How it works, I don't know. But I don't know. But yeah, America's different. I guess we're like that cool kid, I guess. Anyways. But regardless of the fact, who knows the story? Who knows the tale? It's all speculation, right? Maybe he had a couple of black wives and mixed race children. I used to hear this back in the day. Out of many plantation owners couldn't give up that family of theirs. So they built them a home on the plantation to stay for the rest of their lives. Especially after the end of slavery. I mean, imagine a woman. She has like 4 or 5 mixed race kids from a guy like this. And she goes up to him and says, I'm sorry, but I don't think I can support these kids on my own out in this country. And he's like, well, honey, I can build you a house, all right? I can bring some milk over, and you can live there for the rest of your life with the kids until they move out and find something better. But right now, after everything that's happened, you can't come in the house and clean it anymore. All right? You can't hang out in the kitchen with us anymore. You can't, I can't see you at the laundry. Because after everything that happened, you don't have the access inside the house anymore, the plantation anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build you a house. And you're going to keep all our little rugrats in there until you get really old and I get really old. But you still can't come inside the plantation because of everything that happened. But they still allow you to keep that house out on the field right there. Don't worry. Nobody's going to have to cut that cotton anymore. That's all right, because Egypt took that over. They can make really cheap, fast, efficient Egyptian cotton that's better than American, they say. So, anyways, that got fucked up. At least we got a lot of money. And, yeah. I bring you some chickens and some corn and flour and in a perfect world, right? That's the idea. We would hope. Who knows? Who knows the story, right? Anyways. Apparently there's some, like, I don't know. Who knows the story? Who knows? We don't know this true story of the past. But he is quite handsome right there, don't you think? He's quite a handsome guy. Not so much there. He looks like a kid. Maybe when he's 16, but about there. Quite good looking. Quite attractive. So yeah, he made this song. Anyways. Children, who knows? How many did he have? Let's see. Do you think nowadays they just add white children or black children? It looks like they just kept the white and the white, so yeah. A lot of keys, I guess. Who knows? Who knows? Do we have keys in our family? Maybe. Who knows? Who knows the story? Who knows the real story? Who knows the fake story? Wait, how many kids? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Whatever. Whatever. Sure. Maybe more. Does he look like a ladies' man? Is he handsome? Let's see. One indication I really want to look at. I'll give it away 100%. It's the lips. It's the lips. Every fucking time it's the lips. Signature lips. Yep, it's the lips. That's how you know. I guess. And the blue eyes. God, I didn't know he had such blue eyes. And red hair. God, jeez. Fair skin. I don't know. Who knows? That kid looks like me when I was 16 or 15 years old. Who knows? He's got some chubby lips there, but his lips have changed, I guess. Yeah, usually the lips. Blue eyes, red hair, fair skin. Anyways, who knows? Who knows? Stories are untold, unknown. We can look in genetics, but we never know 100%. There might be someone down the line that we don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. Shit. Who knows this? Some people don't even know they're related to Charlemagne. You know? It's like, whoa. How did I... Or some people didn't know they were related to such and such. Oh my God. Mongolia, Genghis Khan. Who's not related and Asian to Genghis Khan? You know? Please. Every Asian is related to fucking Genghis Khan. Everybody's a fucking Mongolian, they say. But who knows? Who knows anymore? Didn't we all come from Adam and Eve? Some of mitochondrial Eve. Yeah. Who knows? They call her the mitochondrial Eve. Who knows? Where did she come from? Who knows? You ever seen like Prometheus by Ridley Scott? Yeah, I guess in the end he kills, or he gets blown up and the whole fucking earth becomes what it is now. Who knows? Right? Who knows? Who knows the truth? Who fucking knows? Believe me. They're always friends till the end. They'll ride or die with you. Sure. Hey, ride or die. Yeah. Sure. Look. It's that easy, right? Don't worry. Who knows? Who knows the truth? It's always a fucking conspiracy, right? Anyway, don't worry. I don't have to fucking worry about anything. You know why I don't have to worry about anything? Because I already know what's gonna happen. Does it matter? Well, who knows? That's up to you. And history. Yeah. Is that what you want? No. Who knows? It's always fun, right? But yeah. Who knows? We can go back and back and back and back and back and back. Oh, yeah. Somewhere down the line. It's not like we sat there and fucked our cousins all day. I hope not, but who knows, right? Or our mommies and daddies were brother and sister, so that we could, who knows, have a bunch of retarded fucking, who knows. In America, we think it's gross, but in some countries, they think it's normal. What? Ew, yeah. Some countries. Oh, yeah, it happens all the time. Why? What's wrong? They say. Right. Who knows, right? Thank God America's homogenous. Suck to be a bunch of retards, right? Yeah. Great. Is it good or bad, or keep it in the family, or change the genetic code? Do we all want tails again? 6 digits? Ocular degeneration? Mental instability? Who knows?